Hey guys, welcome back to Learn English Growth Mindset, the channel where we level up your communication skills and totally shift your outlook on life for the better. I'm Lisa, and I'm seriously pumped today because we're tackling something that trips up almost 90% of people out there. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button right now because we're building the smartest, toughest, and most supportive community on YouTube. You won't want to miss what comes next.
What's up, everyone? Tony here. Lisa, 90% is a pretty spot-on number. You got any real source for that, or is it just your gut feeling kicking in? Because when you think about it logically, saying a tiny two-letter word like no really shouldn't be that big of a deal or feel impossible.
Oh, come on, Tony, lighten up already and stop acting like a total robot. You know exactly what I'm getting at here. Today, we're breaking down how to say no in English without coming off rude or straight up impolite, or like I always like to call it, the real art of speaking English and not turning yourself into a doormat for everyone. Tony, be honest with me. Does saying no feel easy peasy to you?
Honestly, it feels super straightforward to me. It's efficient, it's clear, and it gets the job done fast. If I genuinely can't do something, saying yes would just be lying through my teeth. That ends up wasting my own time and the other person's time too. Giving a straight-up negative answer is actually the smartest way to keep things accurate and respectful in any relationship.
Whoa, okay, and that right there is exactly why we had to make this video in the first place. Guys, if you talk like Tony does, you're probably gonna lose all your friends before you know it. In India and a lot of Asian cultures, blurting out a direct no feels almost like committing a crime. We care so much about keeping relationships strong. We're always worrying about what people will think or whether the other person will feel hurt. So today on Learn English Growth Mindset, we're fighting that battle head on. Tony's going to teach you the logical, super direct English, and I'm going to show you the smart, diplomatic, and way more effective approach that actually works in real life.
Challenge accepted. Our main goal here is crystal clear communication. A ton of English learners freeze up completely when they have to turn down a request. They try to translate straight from their native language into English, and it usually comes out way too harsh. Or they get scared and just blurt out yes instead.
Exactly right. Someone left a comment on our last video saying they ended up stuck at a super boring wedding anniversary party for 4 whole hours just because they had no idea how to politely say no in English. That's straight up tragic, Tony. Losing 4 hours of your life over a vocabulary gap? No way.
That's a massive hit to your productivity right there. All right, let's kick things off with the basics. My style is the direct method. When you need to say no, the best English is simple, honest, and to the point. Lisa, pretend you're asking to borrow my car this weekend.
Okay, got it. Hey Tony, can I take your car on Saturday? I've got this date and I really want to look cool pulling up in something nice.
Sorry, Lisa, I can't let you take my car on Saturday. I've already got plans lined up.
Ouch, that felt ice cold, like a sudden chill just hit the room. You didn't even throw in any excuse, just straight no with zero softening.
But it was the honest truth. I didn't lie. Sorry, I cannot is a complete sentence. Especially in professional English-speaking cultures like America or Britain, people really value straight-up honesty. If I made up some fake excuse, like saying my tires are flat, and then you saw me driving around in the same car later, you'd lose all trust in me instantly.
I get your point, Mr. Spock, but in the real world, feelings matter a ton too. If you said that to a close friend, they might think you're mad at them or something. My approach is the softener method, or the sandwich technique. You wrap the no between 2 layers of kindness so it doesn't sting.
Give me an example so I can see it.
If you asked me for the car, I'd say something like, "Oh, Tony, I really wish I could help you out, but unfortunately, I need the car myself this weekend. Still, I hope you find another way to make it work."
I analyzed exactly what you did there. You started with "I wish I could," which makes it sound like you genuinely want to help. Then you used "unfortunately" to put the blame on the situation instead of the person, and you ended with positive well wishes to leave things on a good note.
Spot on. It's like wrapping a bomb in pretty gift paper. The refusal is inside, but from the outside, everything looks sweet and gentle.
I have to admit that socially this feels a lot more comfortable. But Lisa, doesn't it take a ton of mental energy every single time? You're basically inventing a little story on the spot.
It's not about making up stories, it's about keeping the vibe positive and maintaining the connection. Tony, for our subscribers, English isn't just about passing on information, it's about building real relationships and connections that last.
Fair enough. But let's look at a higher stakes situation, money stuff. If a friend asks to borrow cash, just saying, "I wish I could," might come across as fake or evasive.
Yeah, money makes things trickier. In those cases, your direct style might actually work better, but we still gotta stay polite and respectful.
True. For situations like that, a rule-based refusal is usually the safest bet. It keeps things from feeling personal.
What's a rule-based refusal exactly?
You can say something like, "I'm just not comfortable lending money to friends. It's a personal rule I stick to." That way, you're blaming your own rule instead of attacking the person.
That's genuinely smart. It sets a clear boundary without making the friend feel attacked. You can even add, "I hope you get it, but maybe I can help in another way."
See? Now you're mixing my logical side with your emotional intelligence. That's the perfect balance.
All right, let's tackle a scary one, the boss situation. If your boss asks you to work this weekend, you can't just say no flat out.
Here's where conversation strategy comes in handy. You never give a senior a direct no. You offer alternatives instead. You could say, "I'd love to help, but right now I'm completely tied up with my current project. If I take this on, it might mess up the deadlines for everything else. Which one would you like me to prioritize?"
That's brilliant. You're tossing the ball right back into their court. It makes you look professional and responsible, not lazy.
Exactly. That's what we call assertive behavior, standing up for yourself calmly and confidently.
But Tony, what if the other person is super persistent and keeps pushing, like, "Come on, man, just this once"?
For those people, we use the broken record technique.
Like a scratched record that keeps repeating the same thing over and over.
Yep, you calmly repeat the same answer without getting angry. "I understand, but I really can't do that." Don't give new reasons or they'll just argue more.
That takes serious courage. I usually cave in and then regret it later.
That's why you end up stressed out all the time. Viewers, if you've got people like that in your life, drop it in the comments.
And if you're enjoying this logic versus emotion showdown, hit that like button. Okay, Tony, let's do a rapid fire round.
I'm ready.
Situation 1. Someone invites you to dinner, but you're wiped out.
Thank you so much for the invite, but I won't be able to make it this time.
Nice. Won't be able to sounds really polite and natural.
Situation 2. A coworker asks for help during your busy crunch time.
I'm right in the middle of something right now, but I can check it later.
Solid. That's a super useful phrase.
Situation 3. A pushy salesman on the street won't leave you alone.
Not interested, thank you.
Perfect. Sometimes you gotta go full Tony mode.
Situation 4. A family member asks you to babysit last minute, but you already have plans.
I'd love to help with the kids, but I've already committed to something else tonight. Maybe next time.
Situation 5. A neighbor asks to borrow your tools again and you don't want to.
Sorry, I'm not comfortable lending them out anymore. I need them for my own projects.
Situation 6. Someone wants you to join a group chat that drains your energy.
Thanks for thinking of me, but I'm trying to cut back on extra chats right now.
Now, a cultural note. In many countries, "we'll see" or "I'll think about it" actually means no.
Yeah, like when mom says we'll see, it basically means definite no.
But in English-speaking countries, that creates confusion. If you mean no, just say it clearly.
But Tony, saying no straight up feels scary sometimes.
If a relationship only survives because you keep saying yes, then it's not built on real respect anyway.
Wow, that's deep.
Tony, the strategy summary. Start with politeness, give a clear refusal, add a short reason if needed.
And offer an alternative when you can.
Now, let's move to some key vocabulary that will make your English sound advanced. First word, decline. It means to politely refuse or turn down an invitation or request in a formal and respectful way. Using decline shows you're thoughtful and professional without being harsh.
For example, I had to decline the invitation because of a family commitment.
Second word, boundaries. These are your personal limits you set to protect your time, energy, and well-being so people don't take advantage of you.
I need to set better boundaries with work so I don't burn out.
Third word, assertive. It means confidently expressing your own needs and opinions in a calm, respectful way without being aggressive or passive.
Be assertive during negotiations so you get what you deserve.
Fourth word, wishy-washy. It describes someone who is indecisive, changes their mind constantly, or avoids making clear choices.
Don't be wishy-washy. Make up your mind.
Fifth word, commitment. It means a promise or obligation you've made to do something, like a prior plan that prevents you from accepting new requests.
I have a prior commitment this weekend.
Sixth word, compromise. It means finding a middle ground or agreement where both sides give up a little to reach a solution that works for everyone.
We reached a compromise that satisfied both teams.
These words will instantly make your English sound more natural and sophisticated. Guys, drop a comment with a sentence using wishy-washy right now. And remember, learning to say no gives you the freedom and power to say yes to the things that really matter.
Absolutely. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to Learn English Growth Mindset.